Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about Arsenal versus Ipswich away from home. Pretty important game, to be honest with you. I mean, not every game really now is important. With 5 or 4 games left of the season, we need to win all of them. Yeah, this is important. Kind of coming up to the run-in of our PSG game, in the Champions League semi-finals. We've got this game and obviously Crystal Palace midweek as well. But both, I mean, tough games. But I have to say, Ipswich, kind of think pretty much almost relegated, but they still, they still got to fight for pride, and they're still a relatively hard team to beat anyway at home. So it's always going to be a difficult game. Crystal Palace as well is going to be a hugely difficult game midweek, right before the PSG game. But this game turned out to be a lot easier than anyone I think really thought it was going to be. The first 15-20 minutes was just, I mean, the whole game was pretty much just Arsenal, really. But yeah, the first 10-15 minutes, you're thinking, okay, cool, we're going to win this game. It's just how many goals are we going to score? Turned out to be 4. We ended up winning 4-0. 2 goals in the first half, 2 goals in the second half. Should have been 7 or 8 goals. Saka could have arguably got a hat trick. But that's okay. Goal difference doesn't really matter now. We're relatively clear of third and fourth, which is great because that looks like it's going to be a hella chaotic ride. We just can't really catch up with Liverpool right now. They won their game as well, so they look like they're going to win the league. I think they've got Spurs next, which is, basically 3 points already. I think that wins them the league. But anyway, a little bit of a rotation in the Ipswich game. Like, obviously, Leandro Trossard got the start and got 2 really good goals, which is great. Martinelli scored again, which is awesome. He got a goal against Real Madrid and a goal in this game. He kind of looks like he's got his goal scoring boost back on, which is great. We're going to need that, especially against PSG. People are praying that he steps up in PSG and we can get a decent result at home. And then obviously, the 18-year-old wonder kid, Ethan Nwaneri, coming off the bench and scoring a really, really good goal, capping off a great season for him. I think he's got 9 goals now, which is amazing. Considering that he's been more of a bench player than Lewis Skelly has. Lewis Skelly's definitely started a lot more games than he has, but he's coming off the bench and scoring. He's scoring when it matters. One more goal when he gets 10 goals, which is absolutely crazy in his debut, the breakout season. A bit like Lewis Skelly, really. I mean, they both had a really good season. You kind of think with Saka back now that, Nwaneri's going to be the one that suffers. He was getting a lot more game time when Saka was out, but rotation, man. We're going to have to rotate the last couple of months of this season. We need to keep our strongest lineup free for PSG. Having said that, we don't want any injuries, and obviously we were very, very lucky to avoid an injury with Saka. An absolutely disgusting tackle from behind, scraped down his ankle, straight red, which is absolutely deserved. It was like half an hour mark, such a stupid thing to do. It's cost his team and cost their points, whatever they could have done with 3 points. Not that they would have got it. I think we would have beaten them comfortably with 11 men, but once he was sent off, you think, cool. And this referee is known to be a bit dodgy when it comes to Arsenal, but it was a straight red and he gave it, which is refreshing to see. You have to big up, a good decision when he makes one. When that red card happened, you think, okay, even more, we're already 1-0 up by that point. We're gonna cruise. But again, it's not about conceding sloppy goals. You want David Raya to have that clean sheet because he's almost, he's competing with the Golden Glove. I think he's one behind at the first place right now. I think it's Sells that's leading at the moment. But I mean, like I said, decent result, 4 goals, great. Comfortable in the end, clean sheet as well. We got to do a job against Palace. If we could do that, we should keep the pressure on Liverpool. But having said that, I think one more win, I think Liverpool wins the title. So, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it would be great if Liverpool had lost this game, lost a couple of games. We made dodgy decisions. Looks like I don't watch Liverpool games, to be honest with you. I have no reason to. But it seems like they're getting a lot of dodgy decisions, lots of goals against them being disallowed, lots of penalties when they shouldn't have been. But it is what it is, whoever, whether it's the PGML or the football gods, somebody's decided that Liverpool winning the league this year. And no matter what, now they're not brilliant either, they're not a fantastic side, they've just got 1 or 2 world-class players, and the others do alright backing them up. Next season will be the season. I would say that, but those 2 players are Van Dijk and Salah, and they've both signed new contracts. But they're heading into their heavy 30s now. Depends on how long they can keep that up. But anyway, not really talking about Liverpool right now. Just focus on this game. This game's brilliant. To be honest, we absolutely dominated them. Their coach came out and said it was, the first 10, 15 minutes of this game was the hardest competition they've faced this season, which is big praise considering Liverpool are like 15 points clear of us. Their fans went into meltdown when he said that, which is quite funny, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, we were unplayable for large parts of that game, not just the beginning. We were cruising. It was weird. It was almost like a preseason game. It was weird with the rotation and the lack of fear. I mean, it was weird. It was always weird having going off those two nervy. I mean, even though we battered Real Madrid, they were still nervous. You're still nervous about it because you never know with Real Madrid. So it was nice and a bit odd, kind of having a really comfortable game where we weren't really worried about the results. But yeah, anyway, good results. But again, we need to do the job against Palace, get a decent win against them, which is going to be tough because I think Palace are a better team than Ipswich, which is not hard to understand. But it's all building up to the PSG game. Get rotations, trying to protect players, and then going to those PSG games as fit as possible and as strong as possible, as match sharp as possible. And like I said, if Saka still rusty, still needs to get his shooting boots back on after being out for quite a while. So, no one's angry at him for missing those chances or that penalty against Madrid. But yeah, you want him in these games to start building up that kind of match fitness again and get match goal scoring ability back. That way you can do it against PSG and we can potentially have a dream against them. But yeah, let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know what you thought about the Liverpool game and the fact that they're probably going to win the league this week. Let me know what you think we can do against Palace and PSG as well. PSG is looming. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a video in the Palace game. I want to try. But yeah, I'm trying to do a video of Palace game probably the next day. And then yeah, straight into the PSG game. It's going to be crazy couple of weeks, but it's the best thing about being a football fan. Yeah, let me know about all of those stuff in the comments, and like subscribe if you haven't done already. I really do appreciate it, and we'll talk about it in the comments. So yeah, have a good week, guys, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a few days for the Palace game. So take it easy, and I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.